We are so excited because our guest today is health expert and master educator, Dr. Ross Pelton, who's a pharmacist, clinical nutritionist, health educator, and scientific advisor for Essential Formulas Incorporated. He resides in Southern Oregon. He had to get up early for this. And Dr. Pelton was named as one of the top 50 most influential pharmacists in the United States by the American Druggist magazine for his work in natural medicine. Dr. Pelton has authored numerous books and teaches continuing education programs for healthcare professionals to utilize and integrate natural medicine into their practices. And he is a passionate person about providing health information for everybody's personal journey to get well and live well. And Dr. Pelton, you're here to help us understand what is glutathione, why it's so important, and why potentially could affect particularly us old people who are getting older, our health concerns. Hi, Dr. Pelton.
Good morning. Good morning. It's nice to be with you folks, and I'm happy to share some of my passion with you about glutathione. It's a really important topic. Glutathione is made in every cell in your body, and we call it the master antioxidant. It probably protects more of your body than all the other antioxidants combined. It also regulates your immune system, and it's one of the most important regulators of all detoxification throughout the body, especially in the liver. So that's why I'm passionate about glutathione.
Good morning, Ross. It's Peter Morrell.
Hello, Peter. We saw each other recently at the big health expo in Baltimore. Nice to hear your voice this morning.
Absolutely. Good to see you again.
Yeah.
Glutathione, if it's that important, how come most people don't know about it?
Yeah, that's a great question, Peter. For decades, people didn't know much about glutathione because it wasn't found on the shelves in health food stores and vitamin stores, because if you take it orally, it gets broken down and destroyed, and so it's kind of a waste of money. But there's really a significant breakthrough that has happened. Essential Formulas has the rights to distribute products called Reg Active, and they contain a strain of bacteria, Lactobacillus fermentum ME3. This remarkable strain of bacteria synthesizes glutathione in the human gut. So you can take a capsule of Reg Active products, and our new Essential ME3 product has just this bacteria. You take that capsule, and you're getting 8 billion viable bacteria per daily dose. That's kind of like ingesting 8 billion little glutathione manufacturing plants every day, cranking out glutathione 24 hours a day.
Now, glutathione is kind of known as a critical regulator of three major systems in the body. Can you kind of explain what those systems are and why they're so important?
Yeah, well, I started off summarizing things, and the antioxidant system, glutathione is the number one antioxidant in the body, protecting every cell in your body. So that's one of the big systems. The immune system, of course, is a very important system, and glutathione is a key regulator of your immunity. And then the third one is detoxification. So antioxidants support detoxification and your immune system. Those are three pretty major systems, and glutathione is the key figure for all of them.
And this Reg Active, not only does it produce more glutathione for us, which I assume is good for us, but it helps us also use it more or use it better?
Yeah, that's right. This is really a fascinating fact that was discovered in the human clinical trials. When people ingest the Reg Active with ME3, the bacteria are producing glutathione. Well, that glutathione also helps to recycle and reactivate oxidized vitamin C and vitamin E and CoQ10 and lipoic acid. So you're not just increasing glutathione levels, you're increasing all your antioxidants throughout your body. And in the human clinical trials, people ingesting the Lactobacillus fermentum ME3 got a 26% increase in total antioxidant activity. So that's a pretty powerful statement.
Go ahead.
I talking with family members who know I'm in the the health business, and they'll ask me questions like, why do you think there's so many more people with food allergies now than there used to be years ago, and certain diseases that seem to be a lot more rampant now,
a lot more autoimmune conditions
than years ago. And I'm like, to me, everybody's got a different theory, but I'm like, I think there's just more junk in our environment, in that we're absorbing into our bodies, that we're not running as good as we used to.
That's absolutely true. And I think that one of the key factors is this glutathione topic that we're talking about today. I have studies documenting that every single chronic degenerative disease is associated with low glutathione levels. And you're right, we get exposed to an enormous amount of toxins in the environment these days. And when glutathione goes to work to neutralize a toxin or neutralize a free radical, you're depleting your levels of glutathione. So increased exposure to environmental toxins and stress is depleting glutathione levels, and then you've got less antioxidant protection, less capability of detoxifying these toxins, and increased levels of diseases, all of the chronic degenerative diseases. And one of the big things is leaky gut or intestinal permeability. When you have these GI gut problems, you open up the tight junctions in your intestinal tract, and toxins leak through into your system, and they get into your brain, and they stimulate all these autoimmune diseases. So this is really an epidemic that's continuing to increase, and I think a lot of it goes right back to the gut, and a lot of it is associated with low glutathione levels. But the real revolutionary breakthrough in healthcare and medicine is that now we can effectively, on a daily basis, boost our glutathione levels with the RegActive products, especially our new RegActive Essential ME3, which just one capsule daily supplies 8 billion bacteria, the Lactobacillus fermentum ME3.
Which aside from the number 8 billion, which is obviously okay, that's a really big number, it's been shown to be therapeutic. You're seeing noticeable changes in blood work, right?
You bet. Because it's an antioxidant, it documents a 16% reduction in oxidized LDL cholesterol. And I think there's a big problem with the hysteria over cholesterol, but oxidized LDL cholesterol is a bad guy. And that's when the LDL cholesterol gets damaged and becomes a rogue molecule that can damage the lining of your arteries and start cardiovascular disease. And the big human clinical trial measure was people taking the ME3 got a 49% increase in the ratio between oxidized glutathione to the reduced form, which the reduced is the active form, and so it was a 49% increase. That's an astounding figure. The only way you could come close to that is with direct intravenous glutathione, and that's expensive and time-consuming, and not too many people can do that.
We see today also, because of the I think people have to think of these toxins that we're exposed to either by ingesting or inhaling or topically getting in through our skin, that we're exposed to on a regular basis, are attacking our healthy cells. And so to help try and protect them, again, the RegActive ME3 products, increasing that glutathione is so important. Also, the inflammatory conditions that are escalating more and more. I mean, look at the opioid crisis in the United States. Inflammation, the RegActive ME3, by increasing the glutathione, helps also with this inflammatory issues that are happening.
You're right. Inflammation is at the root cause of just about all health problems, and so you need to reduce inflammation, and that's another one of the benefits of the ME3 bacteria. It does reduce inflammation, and it also directly kills a number of different types of gut pathogens. So it direct activity against some of the bad guys in the gut, and it does reduce inflammation.
And you're getting a therapeutic, noticeable effect from one capsule per day.
Yeah, that's the exciting news about the new formula we've just come out with. It's RegActive Essential ME3, which just has the ME3 in there as a standalone product. We have 3 other RegActive products that have some accessory nutrients in them. But the new one, a lot of healthcare practitioners said, can't we just have a product that just has the Lactobacillus fermentum ME3? So that's our new product, RegActive Essential ME3. Just 1 capsule daily supplies the 8 billion viable ME3 bacteria.
Dr. Pelton, we're going to take a quick break, and everybody stay tuned because we're going to tell you more information about, again, glutathione, what it can do for you. And we'll be back in a moment with Holistic Healthline, which is your direct line to great health. And welcome back to Holistic Healthline. And again, our guest is health expert extraordinaire, master educator. He is the Yoda of natural health, Obi-Wan, whatever, Dr. Ross Pelton. He's a pharmacist, clinical nutritionist, health educator, and scientific advisor for essential formulas.
And a heck of a nice guy.
Yeah. And, not bad looking either. Sorry, Dr. J. But anyways, we're talking about glutathione and its importance to our bodies, particularly, I think, for us people who are getting into, I'm going to be 65 in February, and it's like, oh, my God. I'm looking at, conditions, particularly things like, dementia or, other kidney issues, or, liver issues, any of those things that kind of come along, arthritis, everything, inflammatory conditions down the road. This seems like a pretty easy thing to take and be beneficial for anybody.
This is one of the most proactive things anybody can do to improve their health. In every animal study and in humans, boosting your glutathione levels improves health and it improves longevity. So it's not just a short-term thing, it's a long-term thing in terms of improving your health and your wellness. So healthy aging, boosting your glutathione levels is one of the most important things people can do to improve their aging process and have what I call healthy longevity.
And once again, you can't just take a glutathione pill because there are companies out there that market that, but you're really not getting much out of that.
That's true. There are some companies that have newer liposomal delivery systems that work somewhat better, but there's nothing like the RegActive formulas where you're getting a 49% increase in the levels of glutathione in the plasma levels. So this is a revolutionary breakthrough in healthcare and medicine.
I always tell my patients, get a look for the essential ME3 with UBB, unique beneficial bacteria. And so I could see a little song, little person, super person. Anyways, again, can anybody take this as far as, any issues with medications or anything like that?
Absolutely. It's not going to interfere with any other medications. So it's totally safe for everyone to take. I mean, this is a natural substance that's made in the body naturally, so it's totally safe.
And is there any particular time of day with food, without food? Does it make any difference?
Any time of day. Food, empty stomach, makes no difference. Just get it in on a daily basis.
I'm really excited about it. It's I look at it, I like what I consider foundational supplements, things that are going to cover a lot of territory for almost anybody who takes them. Multiple benefits.
Yeah, I agree with you. And there's some really exciting research that shows that boosting glutathione levels parallels telomeres and telomerase, which are key biomarkers of aging. Those are the things that protect your DNA and your chromosomes. And now we know that glutathione is one of the primary antioxidants that protect your chromosomes and your DNA. So glutathione is now a reliable biomarker of aging. The higher your levels, the healthier you're going to be.
And you mentioned longevity. We've always talked about on the show, it's not just longevity, but it's the quality of your life.
Longevity.
Absolutely.
And I found
folks are health warriors out there in the front lines. I appreciate all you've done for so long educating people, and this is a really critical topic, being able to boost your glutathione level. So it's a big, big story.
And particularly since the RegActive Essentials ME3 has come out. I started taking it, Dr. J and I started taking it about 2 months ago, and I think we're doing pretty darn good. We're, and what I like is, it doesn't upset the stomach. It doesn't, it's a tiny little capsule. It's not like this huge thing that you got to swallow.
Yeah.
And you only do it once a day.
Once a day, and it's acid stable, so it's not going to get destroyed in the stomach. It's temperature stable, so you don't have to keep it refrigerated. So you're right; it's a very user-friendly product.
So for me, I recommend to all the listeners out there. Again, so many people that they look at a multivitamin. That's like part of their daily regimen. I got to take a multivitamin. To me, throw the multivitamin out the window, take the Reg Active, because
this is way better.
You're going to get a lot more out of this than you are out of your basic multi.
Well, another thing I'll emphasize is that the Lactobacillus fermentum ME3 is a strain of probiotic bacteria, but we don't like to classify these products as probiotics because glutathione is so critically important. This is a whole new category of supplements called glutathione boosters, and I don't want people to think that they don't need to take their Dr. Ohhira's probiotics because they're going to switch over to Reg Active. They're totally different, but they're totally synergistic. Dr. Ohhira's probiotic is the best product in the world to create and maintain gut health and a good microbiome. Reg Active products, especially the new Essential ME3, that's the best product in the world to boost your glutathione levels.
Absolutely. There's been some confusion. So we're glad you made the distinction because we've had people who have mentioned it.
And again, as far as brain health, as far as, overall immune system, liver function, kidney function, anywhere that the cells can be damaged in the body, particularly if you have genetic history of various health concerns. Increasing that glutathione level is so incredibly important, and this is so easy. It's one capsule a day.
Yeah.
The Reg Active Essential ME3 can't recommend.
And
it
again,
enough.
this is the antioxidant that your body makes the most of all the antioxidants.
Natural.
Right, your body normally makes more glutathione than anything else, so it must be important to the body. So why not raise those levels? Watch the magic happen.
You bet.
And is there a particular place people can go to get more information?
Well, if they can get information at essentialformulas.com, and they can look in their local health food store and vitamin stores, and if they don't find it, you can also buy them online on Amazon.
Hey, what a country. And again, I just want to emphasize that this is totally safe. Again, you're a pharmacist, so you would know.
I am a recovering pharmacist.
But
yes, as we move into fall and head towards our winter cold and flu season, I want to just kind of emphasize either the new Reg Active Essential ME3 or also the Reg Active Immune and Vitality formula. It's got a couple of extra things that boost your immune system along with the ME3.
And so we want to thank you so much for joining us today and, again, sharing the information. You always keep us healthy, and that's and informed, and we appreciate that so much.
Thanks, Ross.
You sure do your part on your end. We appreciate all you've been doing for years.
Oh, thank you. You have a wonderful weekend.
Take care.
Take care, Ross.
And again, I'm Dr. J and I are taking it. We're getting up there in years. But
Everybody should be
anybody
taking it.
At any age, and this is where, again, you're looking at more and more what they considered to be older age health problems in younger and younger people. People who are in their 20s and 30s, in even younger children who are developing autoimmune conditions or, heart disease or liver function issues. And
Well, Ross brought it up, and we didn't spend a lot of time on it, but it was a very important point. The one common thread between all chronic health conditions is low glutathione levels. So that all chronic conditions, that's the one thing they all have in common is low glutathione. So, you don't have to be a rocket scientist to know, hey, raise your glutathione levels.
Yeah, protect yourselves.
And you probably avoid in most of these chronic conditions.
Yeah, and will help you also, if you already have a chronic condition, help to reverse the process in a quicker fashion. So again, make sure you look for the Reg Active Essential ME3, as well as the Reg Active Immune formula, and you won't go wrong.